They rise from the desert like sleeping giants, silent, ancient, and unshaken by the weight of 4,000 years. They've survived wars, earthquakes, and the relentless winds of time. But there's one thing time has never managed to erase, the question that still echoes through the ages. Who really built Egypt's pyramids, and why? For generations, we've been told a simple story. A powerful pharaoh, thousands of slaves, and a dream of stone reaching for the heavens. But the truth, like the shifting sands of the Nile, changes depending on where you stand. Were they monuments to human pride, or a collective act of faith meant to touch eternity? Were they tombs, or messages carved for those who would come after us? Just outside modern-day Cairo on the Giza Plateau stand the three most famous pyramids in the world. The Great Pyramid of Khufu, also known as Cheops, is the largest and most mysterious. Over 2 million blocks of limestone, each weighing an average of 2.5 tons, some as heavy as 80. And yet, the ancient Egyptians placed them with such precision that the margin of error across the entire structure is less than 2 inches. A level of perfection that would challenge even today's engineers. So how did they do it? What tools did they use? And, most importantly, why? The Greek historian Herodotus wrote that 100,000 men worked for 20 years to complete it. But modern archaeology tells a different story. In the 1990s, Egyptologist Mark Lenner discovered a workers' village near Giza. Stone houses, bakeries, breweries, workshops, even cattle bones for food. Everything pointed to a trained, organized labor force, not chained slaves. Zahi Hawass, another leading Egyptologist, summed it up simply. The pyramids were built by free Egyptians, driven by faith in their pharaoh and belief in the afterlife. That raises another question. If they weren't slaves, what made them devote their lives to building mountains of stone beneath the blazing desert sun? The answer lies not just in history, but in how the Egyptians saw the universe. To them, building wasn't merely construction, it was creation. Each stone set in place was part of restoring order to the cosmos, a physical prayer that connected earth and sky. Inscriptions found in nearby temples describe the stairway of the pharaoh, a path to the stars where the king would merge with the sun god Ra. The pyramid texts, written over 4 millennia ago, declare, "Rise to the heavens, O pharaoh, become an undying star." The pyramid wasn't just a tomb. It was a symbolic machine for resurrection, a promise of eternal life that united science, faith, and power. Every block represented not just labor, but a people's will to conquer death itself. Still, the mystery remains. How did they lift those enormous stones without pulleys, wheels, or iron tools? French architect Jean-Pierre Houdin, working with France's National Research Center, proposed the internal ramp theory, a spiraling corridor inside the pyramid that allowed workers to drag blocks upward from within. No definitive evidence has been found yet, but digital simulations show the idea could actually work.
The simulations confirm it.
What we do know from laser scans and alignment studies is that the pyramids are oriented almost perfectly to the cardinal points, something that required advanced astronomical observations and precise geometry. No aliens, no lost technology, just human intelligence pushed to its absolute limit. And maybe that's the most extraordinary part. But another mystery lingers. Why build something so immense just to bury one man? None of the 3 Great Pyramids have ever yielded a mummy. The Great Pyramid of Khufu was found empty. No sarcophagus, no treasures, no body. Were they looted, or were they never tombs at all? Some Egyptologists, like James P. Allen of Brown University, believe the pyramids had a ritual purpose, not a funerary one. Rather than housing the body of a pharaoh, they were meant to unite him with the cosmos. Their alignment with the stars of Orion's belt, associated with Osiris, the god of rebirth, was no coincidence. The pyramid was a cosmic beacon, a declaration to the universe that the king had not died. He had ascended. And here's where the mystery becomes something deeper, something human. Maybe the pyramids weren't built for a king at all, but to remind us that humankind can achieve the impossible when united by a purpose greater than itself. Plutarch once wrote that the Egyptians hid their wisdom behind symbols. The pyramid, with its square base and pointed top, symbolized the meeting of the earth and the divine. Its dimensions echo mathematical constants like pi and the golden ratio, a harmony that links human thought with the geometry of the universe. Sir Flinders Petrie, one of the first modern archaeologists to study Giza, documented this in the late 1800s. There's no proof the Egyptians understood these formulas the way we do today, but their sense of proportion and spirituality brought them astonishingly close to the same universal truths. So who built the pyramids? Not gods, not aliens, not nameless slaves. They were men and women of flesh and blood, driven by something far stronger than fear or ambition, the belief in eternity. The real climax of this story isn't about engineering, it's about purpose. Step inside the Great Pyramid and you'll feel it. The silence is overwhelming. Only your heartbeat echoes in those ancient chambers. And in that stillness, you realize that the miracle isn't the stone itself. It's the human desire to endure. There are no carvings praising Khufu, no self-glorifying inscriptions, only passages about the rebirth of the soul and the journey toward light. That's why UNESCO calls it the only surviving wonder of the ancient world. Because beyond its size, it stands as proof of what a civilization can accomplish when knowledge and faith move in harmony. Even today, we're still captivated by those monuments of stone, maybe because they reflect something about us. In a world obsessed with what's fleeting, the pyramids remind us that true immortality isn't about living forever, but about building something worth remembering. A project, a legacy, an idea, something that, like those stones in the desert, can outlast time itself. If the pyramids teach us anything, it's that greatness is born when purpose conquers ego, when we realize our work doesn't belong to us alone, but to something larger, the story of humanity. So the next time you see an image of the pyramids, don't just wonder how they were built. Ask yourself why. Because in that question lies Egypt's true legacy. And maybe the key to understanding what we're building in our own lives. If this journey through history made you see the past in a new light, hit subscribe.